Good morning. I hope that each of you are having a great day so far. Today we're going to be in Joshua chapter 18. First we're going to say a prayer and ask God to bless our study of His Word. Heavenly Father, I just pray that as we look into your Word, that you'll fill us with it and just fill us with the message that you would have us to receive through it. Help us to get to know you better. Heavenly Father, I pray that as we go throughout our day, that we will be lights that shine into the world, and that the world will see you through us. So Heavenly Father, I pray we would love more and just be willing to serve you in whatever way, in whatever capacity that you ask us, because you'll strengthen us to do it if we have faith and if we're willing. Dear Lord, I pray that you'll use each of us to further your kingdom and to bring more glory to you. In your holy name I pray. Amen. We are in Joshua 18. The entire Israelite community assembled at Shiloh, where it set up the tent of meeting there. The land had been subdued by them. 7 tribes among the Israelites were left, who had not divided up their inheritance. So Joshua said to the Israelites, "How long will you delay going out to take possession of the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, gave you? Appoint for yourselves 3 men from each tribe, and I will send them out. They are to go and survey the land. Write a description of it for the purpose of their inheritance, and return to me. Then they are to divide it into 7 portions. Judah is to remain in its territory in the south, and Joseph's family in their territory in the north. When you have written a description of the 7 portions of land and brought it to me, I will cast lots for you here in the presence of the Lord our God. But the Levites among you do not get a portion, because their inheritance is the priesthood of the Lord. Gad, Reuben, and half the tribe of Manasseh have taken their inheritance beyond the Jordan to the east, which Moses, the Lord's servant, gave them." So that sun is coming up, so I had to go ahead and grab my sunglasses. As the men prepared to go, Joshua commanded them to write down a description of the land, saying, "Go and survey the land. Write a description of it and return to me. I will then cast lots for you here in Shiloh in the presence of the Lord." So the men left, went through the land, and described it by towns in a document of 7 sections. They returned to Joshua at the camp in Shiloh. Joshua cast lots for them at Shiloh in the presence of the Lord, where he distributed the land to the Israelites according to their divisions. The lot came up for the tribe of Benjamin's descendants by their clans, and their allotted territory lay between Judah's descendants and Joseph's descendants. Their border on the north side began at the Jordan, ascended to the slope of Jericho on the north, through the hill country westward, and ended at the wilderness of Bethaven. From there the border went toward Luz, to the southern slope of Luz, that is Bethel. It then went down by Adaroth Adar, over the hills south of Lower Beth-horon. On the west side, from the hill facing Beth-horon on the south, the border curved, turning southward, and ended at Kiriath-Baal, that is Kiriath-Jearim, a city of the descendants of Judah. This was the west side of their border. The south side began at the edge of Kiriath-Jearim, and the border extended westward. It went to the spring at the waters of Nephtoah. The border descended to the foot of the hill that faces the valley of Hinnom, at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. It ran down the valley of Hinnom toward the south, Jebusite slope, and downward to En-Rogel. It curved northward and went to En-Shemesh and on to Galiloth, which is opposite the ascent of Adamim, and continued down to the stone of Bohan, son of Reuben. Then it went north to the slope opposite the Jordan Valley, and proceeded into the valley. The border continued to the north slope of Beth-hogla and ended at the northern bay of the Dead Sea at the southern end of the Jordan. This was the southern border. The Jordan formed the border on the east side. This was the inheritance of Benjamin's descendants by their clans, according to its surrounding borders. These were the cities of the tribe of Benjamin's descendants by their clans: Jericho, Beth-hogla, and Mekhiz, Beth-araba, Zimrim, Bethel, Avim, Para, Ophrah, Shepher-ammonah, Ophna, and Geba, 12 cities with their villages: Gibeon, Ramah, Beeroth, Mizpah, Chephirah, Moza, Regem, Irpel, Terala, Zela, Haleph, Jebus, that is Jerusalem, Gibeah, and Kiriath, 14 cities with their villages. This was the inheritance for Benjamin's descendants by their clans. Joshua 18. It starts off, and then it says that there's 7 tribes that have not claimed their inheritance. And then you think, well, why wouldn't they want to possess their land? But if you look at the way they have been living, they hadn't lived in permanent homes for more than a generation. So, as humans, we don't really like change a whole lot. We've all been going through, 2020 has been a very strange year. Our lives have been turned upside down. Completely. Everything that we have known has changed. You can't just run to the store. You have to have a mask. All of that changed. Just in the blink of an eye, it all changed. And we as humans, we do not like change. Even if it's good change, we're a lot of times still scared because it's not our normal. Well, the Israelites, they had been wandering around in a wilderness, and this is something all new for them. So they probably had a fear of this whole new way of life they were going to have. So Joshua asked them, how long are you going to neglect possessing the land? Joshua motivates them to do what they should and to divide the land. Verse 3 says, so Joshua said to the Israelites, how long will you delay going out to take possession of the land that the Lord, the God of your fathers, gave you? Verse 3 reminds me of our free gift of salvation. It changes your life. For so long, before you're a Christian, you're used to wandering in the wilderness of sin. That's your way of life. And sin doesn't really bring you pleasure. It brings you instantaneous gratification sometimes, but it does not bring you any kind of lasting joy or pleasure. But it's what you know. But God has something better. He has the gift of salvation. And it would seem to those of us who have received that gift, why would you delay? Why would you delay in taking hold of the promise that God's given us? Our inheritance through Jesus Christ. But it's because it is a change, and it will completely change you. It will make you a new person. You will still sin because we are in a cursed world. We're in a world that is full of sin, and it is cursed. But one day, Jesus will come back. I feel that's probably soon, but I don't know. I know it's sooner today than it was yesterday, and it'll be sooner tomorrow if we have tomorrow. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. If you are watching this and you have not received the free gift of salvation, you can ask me questions, and I'll be glad to help you. But it is a free gift, and it comes from Jesus. And He can help you win the battle over sin. I hope that each of you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.